Welcome to today's episode. And are you someone who wants to have more fun in his life? Well, I want to cover this on the Men's Mental Health and Growth podcast today because it's something I've been really embracing in my life. And welcome back to the Men's Mental Health and Growth podcast. I do need to get a bit more sequence in my opening. Anyway, the point is we're going to talk about how to embrace more fun to feel better in life. Now, I'm someone who's been resisting fun. I've got to be honest about it. I'm someone who's like, and there goes my steamer. I've been someone who's like, be like, right, I've got to achieve this goal. I've got to do this amount of work. I've got to hustle. I've got to focus on this. And actually, there is a certain amount of work I need to do in my life. I'm not going to lie. Do you know what I mean? I'm in sales recently. I'm in project management. Like, if I just dance around and have fun all day, it would be amazing. But I'd probably be fired and I would be broke and I'd be kicked out of my home, right? Because I won't have any money, right? So let's be honest, we do have to do some work. But when it comes to the point of like not having any fun and be like, one day I'll get to have fun, it just doesn't make life enjoyable. I was going to say fun then, but I said fun many times. I've said fun again. Anyway, I'm having fun making this podcast. I just thought it was really important to talk about because I'm in a group called called the Collective. It's not like a cult or anything like that because a cult would suggest that we're all divided and we're different people. But I believe we're all, as much as this is going to trigger people, I believe we're all kind of like the same source. We're made up of the same stuff. And when we separate ourselves, it doesn't feel good. Now, it doesn't mean we condone what people have done. People do some very wrong things on this planet, of course. But anyway, this group's all about coming back to the heart and who we really are as human beings, and we're connected to other. And it doesn't mean you go and like hug the person who kind of like stole all your money or anything like that. No, we're not talking about that. But we're talking about just being your authentic self and letting go of resentments, of grudges, of anger, because actually that stuff really harms ourselves. Now, what I've been doing in the group, and it's by a guy called Danny Morell, who's huge in the healing space. You may or may not have come across him, and I'm actually going to his event in 3 weeks' time, his next event in the States. I'm super excited. And that was a fun, spontaneous decision I made as well. So anyway, I've been in this group, and I'm doing all the work. I'm sitting there, I'm like doing my breath work every day. I'm looking in the mirror, building certainty in myself. I'm going into my shadow, the dark parts of me. I'm journaling. I'm doing every single assignment every single week. And I'm coming to the calls and I'm like, right, I'm doing this, and this. How do I build more patience in my life? I'm like asking things like, I've got such limiting beliefs around like dating and all this kind of thing, and like I'm okay to go on a date, but it's like I just got a limiting belief that meeting the right woman, because I've had a challenge in that area in my life for a reason, because it set me up to win, to grow as a man. I've come to realize now, as a result of doing this, and then they're like picking up on something because they're very good coaches. They're like, Johnny, you're just like hiding yourself away from having fun, aren't you? Well, they didn't say it like that, but that's what I realized. And one of them said, oh, remember, have fun in the process. And then like another one said it. And then the head coach was like who's not Danny, but actually another guy. And he was like, there's a theme here, Johnny. You need to have more fun. So I was like, I was committed to having more fun. I've been dancing around the kitchen, listening to music, listening to like, what's the film? The Greatest Showman, all those, because that's got like the best music. It's awesome. And playing football, all these kind of things, and actually adding fun into my life has made a massive difference in how I'm feeling. Now, when I feel sad or like that comes over me, or stress or something like that, I go and sit with it. When I feel tired, I'll go and have a nap. But actually, when I'm pushing away the fun, that's really damaging to my inner child and my relationship with myself. So scheduling in, even though that's kind of like a male, masculine leader kind of man thing to do, is like schedule it in, make it happen kind of thing. By allowing myself that, I'm feeling so much better with inside myself. I'm just enjoying stuff and going on spontaneous trips. And actually, I think that's really important for mental health, particularly if you're like, and it's made me more productive as a result. It's made my relationships with people better. Like I'm sharing on calls and I'm like back to my energetic, excitable self, and people are smiling, they're laughing, and I'm like, this is me. Like I was like too serious like a month or so ago, or even a couple of weeks ago. Well, probably not actually. I've been coming back to fun, but you know, I got really hurt like 3 months ago from a dating scenario, and it got me into a very serious thought. And I'm not saying I shouldn't have felt those things. I'm not saying I shouldn't have felt the grief and sadness from someone else's wounding that came into the situation that hurt me. And I handled it very well. But like it made me go into a very defensive way and very hardworking. Like, right, I'm going to focus on my mission. I've got to do all these kind of things without forgetting to have fun again, because I was having fun with and time with her, and then I suddenly got like hurt, and then I was like, all right, got to withdraw the fun in my life because I've been hurt again, so I shouldn't have fun. But actually, fun really helps me feel better and makes me more productive and move forward. So yeah, it's just something I'm embracing a lot. It's a work in progress, but I thought I'd share that with you. So remember to schedule in fun every single day. I don't care how busy. I banned that word because it's a crap excuse. When you say everyone's busy, busy's like the crappiest excuse I've ever heard in my life. Everyone's always got stuff on. Anyway, but like no matter how much you've got on, don't use the B word, then you can always schedule in fun within that. So that's my share today. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you very soon. And remember to lead with your heart and not with fear.